Hi guys, my name's Kelsey, and I'd like to share a little bit of my story with you. So a word I would use to describe my life before Christ would be empty. So I grew up in a Christian home. I was blessed with a really great group of Christian friends. My parents always took me to church, so I kind of just always knew about Jesus, about God, about the Bible, and those kinds of things. And it was pretty easy for me to keep up appearances with the whole good girl persona. I was just really good at making myself look really good on the outside. But on the inside, it was definitely a different story. I was incredibly selfish, and I had just had this really, really ugly heart. I had this desire to be adored and admired by everyone. I just really wanted people to like me. And I think it all kind of stemmed from this inner emptiness, just this deep longing for fulfillment, for something more. I just didn't feel completely whole. So I sought after satisfaction in those areas in a lot of different ways, but one of the main ways that I've sort of seen form a pattern over the course of my life is through dating relationships and attention from guys. So I'd had it in my mind that if I could just have a boyfriend who loved me, who adored me, and affirmed me, then I could finally be okay. I was convinced that was the key to happiness, and that would be what would finally make me feel complete. And so as I went through relationships throughout high school and college, I was just really struck by the fact that they were never enough. That when I finally got what I thought I wanted, I was still left wanting. I was still feeling empty, and so I was increasingly becoming more and more miserable as I sought after those things. So the summer after my junior year of college, I went through a pretty horrific breakup, and I think I was finally forced to deal with that inner emptiness. And I was just really tired of feeling so unsatisfied. So I was kind of at rock bottom, kind of at my wits' end. And that was when I turned to Jesus and I just cried out to him. And he opened my eyes to the fact that this whole time I'd been searching for fulfillment outside of him. And he was all I needed. That I believed that Jesus plus a relationship was what I really needed. But ultimately, Jesus himself is everything. Jesus plus nothing is everything. And so when I finally began to see that, to realize that, and I finally began to feel that that satisfaction, that deep joy that I could find nowhere else, my life just completely changed in those areas. And so the word I would use to describe my life after that is satisfied. So I'm definitely not perfect at living this out. I still struggle with those issues a lot. But I know now that in my striving to find my worth in relationships and my identity in those relationships, that I was left empty. And in trusting Jesus as my ultimate treasure, I am now overwhelmingly satisfied. So thanks for listening to my story.